Do you have any idea how easy it is for your house water supply to get contaminated by crap that you didn't even know about? We can show you the easiest way to protect your home, and the protection starts at like $100. We'll share reasons why you want to protect your house water supply that most companies don't tell you about, because as with most plumbers, there are a lot of great plumbers out there, don't get me wrong. These guys and gals do a wonderful job, but there's a lot of them, they come out and they'll fix a problem at your house, and they look forward to coming back next month, next year, the year after that, and they just get you for hundreds and hundreds of dollars on some stuff that you can just stop by installing some basic components in your house. There are different types of water filters and softeners out there. There are many cartridge type filters. They're easy to change out. They're safe to use. And they deal with contaminants like chlorine and trying to get the chlorine taste out of the water, getting a sulfur smell out of the water, lead or cadmium, that sort of thing. What's not talked about is the importance of putting a filter in your house to keep the LCBs out, the large contaminant blockages. And these are particles that can come through the water lines. Now I'm just going to grab this and kind of use it as a demo here. You've got a water line that comes through the house. It's about this thick. And just think, anything that can basically fit through that size of the pipe, maybe we turn it this way, anything that can fit through the opening in that pipe can potentially come in through the valves and come into your house. It can screw up your washing machine so your washing machine barely fills up. Definitely mess up your toilet so your fill valve doesn't fill the tank anymore, or makes it take forever to fill. It can even mess up your ice maker on your refrigerator. So without a filter, you're at the mercy of anything that comes in the house. And this isn't really talked about a lot. And it's interesting because plumbers make a lot of money when LCBs occur in the house, these large contaminant blockages. And here's this scenario. Let me lay it out for you. Here's a story. And we had a landscaper working in our community. We had a new mower. The guy driving a mower, he was newly promoted. He comes around the corner, bangs one of these backflow preventers. Water shooting out everywhere. They finally get the water fixed. The irrigation company comes, their division of the company comes and fixes the problem. They've got 6 units that were affected. All 6 units were shut off. They turn the water back on. No one thinks to flush the water using the outdoor spigots, and mulch particles and dirt and crap runs up and plugs almost every toilet fill valve in the building. And that's 12 toilets that got affected. They had faucets that got affected. They had shower valves that got affected. They had ice makers that got affected. It cost the landscape company thousands of dollars to fix the damage caused by this. Now, if you're in your own home, even in a condo, you can have control over this kind of thing. And we're going to show you what you can do, and you can do it at a very low cost. All right, this is the system that we put in our house here. This is a GE whole house water filter. This cartridge unit alone here, the cartridge unit and the head, costs about $40. So it's not a lot of money. When we add in $30 for the valves, you're looking at $100. So we were talking for us about $130, $140. We have a whole house water system. What we did is we have a 3/4 inch water line that runs into our house. We have the skills, so Mary and I went out and we dug up our water line. And in Florida, our water line is only about this low in the ground, maybe 16, 18 inches. So it's easy to dig through the sand to get to it. And we changed the direction of the flow so that instead of the water coming through on this side and going right into the house from the street, we have it now coming in on the intake side of the filter. It comes through and gets filtered, then filtered water goes out into our home. This works for us, and this is a very inexpensive solution, and we wish more plumbers would describe this sort of thing. But the problem is, if you put something like this, you almost never need a plumber to come to your house to get these LCBs out of your system, because the filter blocks all that. The filters last 3 months. They're just simple charcoal filters, and this particular filter from GE takes out chlorine, taste, and water, and it takes out sediment. But if you're concerned about protecting your water supply, at the minimum, put something like this in your house. This way, if the landscaper digs up a tree, if a construction company has an accident, if a storm surge hits your municipal water supply 10 miles away and messes things up at the docks, you're not affected in terms of having those LCBs coming through your system and clogging up your appliances and stuff. This thing can handle it. So we really advocate doing this sort of thing. And it's a great storm prep deal, especially for hurricanes and even flooding. If you know that flooding is occurring in areas, you can put this sort of thing in. You know that water lines are going to get damaged and have to be rebuilt. put something like this to protect your house so the contaminants don't come into your house because somebody down the hill got flooded a mile away. So keep, think about that sort of thing. See, we're just trying to educate people as where you can use these kinds of things and just make life a lot less taxing and a lot less stressful. So this is what you can do to fix the problem. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. You're welcome to like and subscribe. As we mentioned before, we want to thank you for your time, and we'll see you on the next video.